With a Fiesta Bowl bid in hand, it was time for the Irish to turn their sights to unbeaten and second-ranked USC.
Southern Cal was very, very important, but as we talked to the squad, we said after the Michigan game, that was really a big game. But the next game's bigger because we won the last one. And I said, as long as you keep winning, the next game becomes even bigger. I think what was important for the Southern Cal game was to put it in a proper perspective. It wasn't bigger in life, and it wasn't any more important than a Navy game or a football game we played during the course of the season. It was for a championship.
And what a championship performance it would be for Irish quarterback Tony Rice, as he found himself matched up against USC's Heisman candidate Rodney Peete. It was number 1 versus number 2 for the 24th time in college football history. Lou Holtz and Larry Smith each brought perfect 10-0 records into the regular season finale for the first time in the storied 60-year series history. "60 minutes later, there would be no question who was number 1 and who was number 2. Pinned at his own 2, Rice shocked the record 94,000 spectators by going for broke on Notre Dame's first play from scrimmage. Just minutes later, Notre Dame's junior signal caller made the next of a series of Irish big plays.
Rice on the option, carrying for the first time to the 40, to the 45, down the sideline, at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. He could go all the way to 10 to 5. Touchdown, Irish! 65-yard run down the left side by Tony Rice, and he outlegged the entire Southern Cal defense.
Rice's 9th rushing touchdown marked a high point in the season in which he led Notre Dame in rushing, becoming the first Irish quarterback to do so since Paul Hornung's Heisman season in 1956. The first of 4 USC turnovers in the first half came when Frank Stamms recovered a fumble knocked loose by George Williams. Stamms' second recovery of the year was turned into 6 points by Mark Green just 5 plays later. The 14-0 Fighting Irish advantage was one they would never lose. Notre Dame's defense disrupted the Trojans all day long, as George Williams and Jeff Alm combined on yet another USC turnover. A 66-yard Trojan drive cut the Irish lead in half, but that would be the only touchdown of the afternoon for USC and Rodney Peete.
We knew Rodney Peete was a good quarterback. We knew he could do a lot of things. We knew he could scramble, and we knew he could throw. So our game plan was to put pressure on him, make him throw the bad ball, make him throw it earlier than he wanted to. And that's what we did. We blitzed a lot, and we came from the outside a little bit more. And we were successful, and things turned out good.
While Stamms put the heat on Peete for 3 sacks, it was cornerback Stan Smagala who struck one of the most decisive Irish blows.
Rodney Peete with a slot right in the wide out left, throws the ball right over the middle. The pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Irish. It's Smagala. Smagala to the 30, to the 20. He down to the 10, to 5. A touchdown! Dan Smagala picks off Rodney Peete and returns it for a score.
Smagala's first interception of the year netted 6 points for Notre Dame and wrested the momentum away from the Trojans. In the second half, USC tried to make it close, but the Irish defense was equal to the task. Twice they turned back the Trojans from inside the Notre Dame 4. USC settled for a field goal, and Notre Dame's offensive line of Andy Heck, Dean Brown, Tim Ryan, Tim Grunhard, and Mike Helt took command in the victory-clinching drive. Despite a sore ankle, fullback Anthony Johnson did his part to put the game out of reach. He broke the Trojans back with a critical 23-yard gain on third down on a screen right. When native Californian Mark Green dove the final yard, it was all over but the shouting. The convincing road victory gave the Irish 6 straight wins over the longtime rival Trojans. With only West Virginia left on the agenda, Notre Dame had finished its first perfect regular season since 1973. For the Irish, just one more obstacle remained in the quest for college football's top prize.